Namaste. Good evening. This is Dr. Aparna. I am an Ayurvedic neuropsychotherapist, a passionate Ayurveda, psychotherapy, neuroscience, and Bhagavad-Gita infopreneur. I have voiced my pursuit as Global Neuro Mind Veda. So, in this pursuit of promoting and propagating Ayurveda, neuroscience, Bhagavad Gita, and psychotherapy, I come up with discussions on different topics. So, today's topic of discussion is most frequently asked or discussed topic. Nowadays, we are hearing so much on manifestation, law of attraction, visualization. So, as a neuroscience coach, I was intrigued to know about the neuroscience behind manifestation. How how do we manifest our dreams or our goals? Is manifestation really neuroscientific? So let's explore what is manifestation and how can it be, what is the neuroscience behind it, and we'll discuss the step by step guide to manifestation. See, manifestation is is the belief that we can bring our desires into reality or our dreams into reality through focused thought and intention. So, it's a concept rooted in the idea that our thoughts have the power to shape our experiences. So, while it might seem like a metaphysical concept, neuroscience offers compelling insights into how this process works. And the next thing is visualization. See, visualization is a core component of manifestation. So, this is a powerful technique that leverages the brain's neuroplasticity to shape our reality. Manifestation, the idea that we can guide our desires into existence, has been a topic of fascination for centuries. So Dr. James Doty is a world-renowned neurosurgeon at Stanford University, and he is a New York Times best-selling author. So this doctor has spent his entire career studying the scientific basis behind the concept of manifestation. So he has also written a book. He's also authored a book named Mind Magic. So the neuroscience of manifestations. You know, um, so this book is a blend of ancient wisdom with modern neuroscience to explore the power of human mind. See manifestation from a neuroscience perspective. So, what is it? It is about rewiring your brain. You might have you might have heard me talking about neuroplasticity. So, rewiring your brain. So, from the neuroscience perspective, it is primed to subconsciously seek out, the steps you need to take to reach a certain goal. So, when you spend a lot of time thinking about an intention, you end up convincing yourself it's within your reach. So, that's how you change your mindset and along the way create and strengthen neural pathways. So, that motivates your brain to make your dream come true. So that is embedding your intention. Basically, you teach your brain that certain things are super important. So it becomes, hell bent on turning them into reality. So, to delve deeper into the neuroscience of manifestation, we have to first understand neuroplasticity. That means brain's adaptability. So our brains are incredibly adaptable. That means they can change and rewire themselves based on our thoughts, experiences, and behaviors. Next is the neural pathways. So when we focus on a specific goal or desire, we create neural pathways in our brain. So the more we focus on it, the stronger these pathways become. Next is the role of positive thinking. So, by consistently focusing on positive thoughts and visualizing the desired outcomes, we can physically alter our brain, the functioning of the brain structures. So, reinforcing positive patterns, so consistent visualization reinforces these positive neural pathways, so making it easier for our brains to think and act in ways that align with our goals. So next is the, as we talked, the power of visualization. When we talk of manifestation, visualization plays a very important role. So how this happens? See, the motor cortex activation. So there's something called motor cortex activation, which happens when we visualize ourselves achieving a goal. So our brains activate the same neural pathways as if we were physically performing the action. See, our brain and the subconscious mind cannot, differentiate between, the reality and what you perceive in your mind. So the real and unreal. So what happens is our brain, when we visualize ourselves achieving a goal or a desire, our brain, what it does is it activates the same neural pathways as if we were physically performing the action. So, this can help us build the neural connections necessary for success. Next is mirroring reality. So, mirror neurons. There is something called as mirror neurons in the brain. So, fire both. They do when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing the same action. So mirror neurons, act in the same way. This means that we visualize ourselves. When we visualize ourselves achieving a goal, our brain activates similar neural pathways as if we are already experiencing it. So the next thing which is important here is emotional connection. So the more vivid and emotionally charged our visualization is, the stronger the activation of these neural pathways. So this emotional connection enhances the impact of visualization on our subconscious mind. Next thing is the subconscious programming. So, subconscious programming is also really important. So, visualization helps program our subconscious mind with the desired outcome. So, the subconscious programming can influence our behaviors, can influence our decisions, can influence, leading us towards our goals. So, this can influence in a good way. Next is the how, what is the role of emotions? That is emotional intelligence. See, our emotions play a significant role in our thoughts and behaviors. So, positive emotions like gratitude, joy, contentment can elevate our mood and increase motivation. Next is amygdala and prefrontal cortex. See, amygdala is a part in the brain and prefrontal cortex as well. So these are the brain regions which are involved in processing emotions and decision making. So what happens is when we cultivate positive emotions, we can influence amygdala and prefrontal cortex, that is these brain areas, to support our goals. Next important brain function which happens is reticular activating system, RAS. See, that is filtering information. See, the reticular activating system is a network of neurons in the brain stem, so that filters sensory information, helping us on to, on what's to focus on what's important. So that also helps in goal oriented focus. So when we visualize our goals, we are essentially programming our RAS, that is reticular activating system, to focus on opportunities and information that align with our desires. So this helps us recognize and seize opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Next is the placebo effect. So the placebo effect means, you might have heard this in the medicine. Even though if you tell some person that he is being given a medicine, and he's just being given just a vitamin or something which is not exactly the medicine, but the brain perceives it to be the medicine, then it also acts, you know the person feels that he's taking medicine, and it shows improvement in the condition. So this is placebo effect. So when mind body connection in the placebo effect, what it does is, here it demonstrates the power of belief. So when we believe something will happen, our brains can trigger physiological changes that make it more likely to occur. Next is subconscious programming. That is, planting seeds. So visualization, plants seeds in our subconscious mind, influencing our thoughts, our emotions, and our behavior. So what happens is, it shapes the reality. So over time, these subconscious beliefs and programs manifest into our external reality. By visualizing positive outcomes, we can reprogram our subconscious mind to attract positive experience. This Remember, this can also be vice versa. If you visualize negative outcomes, you can also reprogram your subconscious mind to attract negative experience. So you can do both. Next is, by believing in our ability to manifest our desires, we can set ourselves for, success. So we will discuss the steps involved in manifestation and, related topics in the next session. So thank you for staying tuned, and namaste for today.